Hey, it's Leanne and Simon on Loving Life Now. We're live here on Facebook and over there on Instagram.
Well, hey, good evening.
And today's topic is taking the high road.
Taking the high road. Don't take the low road, take the high road. G'day, Nick.
Hey, Nick. Awesome. I'm going to do some sharing and so you can talk.
G'day, Johnny. Nick is the man of the moment this evening.
Yes,
Leanne,
Nick.
hi from New Zealand. Peggy, hi, g'day, welcome to you. And if you're joining us over there on Instagram, hi to you. Who have we got there? We've got, looks like Himash. So hi to you. And we've got a great topic lined up this evening called Taking the High Road. And we're on Leanne's Loving Life Now Instagram and also Facebook. So if you just joined us, pop your details in, let us know you're here. Maureen over there, g'day to you on Instagram. And Richard's just joined us. So say hello, put your comments in. So we want to make sure we've got some comments happening, because I don't reckon your comments are going to work either. Can somebody put a comment in just to...
No, they're not.
Yeah, we've got, for some reason, Facebook have updated their app on the iPhone and... Well, we tried that last week and that goes to a comment. You watch this. How do I see tonight's live, says Zelda. Well, jump on Facebook, Zelda. So no, that's not it, Lee. Look at that.
I'm going to have to watch it on here again.
Facebook have made an update somewhere along the path, and we've lost the comments. They're not coming up on the phone. So I don't know how you're meant to view comments on Facebook anymore. We'll have to Google it after it, because that's 2 weeks in a row we've ended up having to use a laptop.
That's okay.
So whatever Facebook's done, it's not a good thing.
I'll look at it on here.
So let me just go back. I'm just seeing whether we change anything else here. And no, there's definitely nothing else that I can add. So hi to everyone on Instagram. Maureen said, hi guys. And can you see me? Yes, I can. No, I can't see you physically, Maureen.
We can see
you can see us. We can see that you're here. And
I'm going to check out the comments on here.
And I can see your comments, Maureen. Yes, on Instagram I can see the comments, but on Facebook we can't. So anyway, Lee will get that sorted on her end. So look, great to be here this evening. Taking the high road's what we're talking about. So we're just waiting for people to come on and join us. We've got people jumping on Facebook. Numbers are going up. G'day, Damien Davis. Laju, hi to you.
Okay, we've got some comments. So we've got Ida, hello. Shani, hello. Leanne says, glad to catch you guys live, freezing in Auckland.
Oh, it's freezing here on the Gold Coast
too. As you can tell, I don't usually wear jumpers.
No, I don't normally wear a vest either, but it's pretty cold outside, that's for sure.
Peggy says, love being here on holidays from Dunsborough.
Dunsborough, yeah, she's staying in Dunsborough in WA.
Cindy says, hi. Nick says, good evening. Leanne and Simon, great to be here. Damien says, hi, guys. Johnny, hi, guys. Bernie, hey, from Burley Heads. Mick and I doing backflips of excitement for your more learnings. Love it.
Awesome.
Richard says, hi, guys, from Hampshire.
They've got a couple of people that have just sent messages through. Can you access them on your laptop?
Yeah,
they want to know how to get on the Facebook Live.
Sure.
So let's just direct them to the Facebook Live page.
I'll actually copy this link. Hi from Colette. Dan, Facebook always changing. Yep. Nick
Nicolette.
says, I can see the comments.
Nicolette's watching.
Good for you, Nick. It helps us.
Gabby Viner's watching. G'day, Gabby.
Laju says hello. Jeff Nixon says, hi, folks. Laju, I'm now in Byron Bay, so hi from here.
Awesome.
And Gabby says, hello, beautiful people.
We've got
hello to
Faze
you, beautiful people.
on Instagram over there, so welcome to you. Thanks for joining us. And
the lady Artsing just joined, but I
great.
will just pop her. Oh, that's a different person.
Yep, let's just pop back a message.
All right.
Anyway, we're talking about taking the high road, so we've got a great topic. We've had a busy day today. We had solar installed on our house, 18 panels, 6.6 kilowatts of solar added to the roof of our house. Took the guys all day from 7:15 till 5 p.m. to get it on, and we've got massive panels on our roof. So lots of exciting stuff happening, and then the gardener turned up at the same time, and then the driveway cleaner guy turned up. We had to send him away. So we've had a bit of an action-packed day. Everyone wanted to come and get stuff done all at once.
All right, so we've got Kim Cook, hello. Zelda, I'm on. Glad to see Zelda. Patricia, everyone, a bit of a problem getting on today. Great to be here. Awesome.
All right, well, Lee, we had a busy weekend too. We were away in Brisbane, and we told Damien, we told everyone else we were going to
No, you told everybody else.
Well,
I
maybe,
told Daniel
but-
we were going to Oaks. He goes, no, Simon said you're
I
going
know.
to somewhere
Well,
else.
you thought we were too.
Only because you told me.
So about a couple of days before we were meant to go, on the Thursday, I looked at my calendar and I said, Lee, it says we're staying at Oaks in Brisbane. And we're not staying at, when are we staying at the Emporium? Because I know we're staying at the Emporium. So anyway, we did a quick search on our Google Calendar and we got it totally mixed up. We were staying at the Oats in Brisbane, which we did. And then we're staying at the Emporium in October.
Doesn't matter.
We were just ahead of ourselves.
We had an amazing dinner at Alchemy.
We did have a great dinner at Alchemy.
It was very good.
Great dinner, great to get out and caught up with my daughter on Friday night for dinner. So that was a nice casual affair. And God, you got a feel for some restaurant owners, don't you? Like we went to a particular restaurant called the Collective Bar and
The
Collective Bar and Kitchen in Brisbane, which is just a little cafe and off I think Ann Street. And God, we looked online and we looked at the menu and there was quite a range of selection. And we thought, yeah, great. So we rock in there and we get a little piece of A5 paper with a range
I'll go back a step. I was like, yeah, we can go here. I don't want pizza.
I don't want pizza.
Don't want pizza, but they've got plenty of other stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we get in there and we rock in and we get this little A5 flyer, which all they were offering was pizza. And there wasn't a lot to choose from. So we went,
pizza and more pizza.
I wonder what's going on here. So anyway, then the drinks menu was very limited. I went up and I said to Lee, what do you want to drink? I'll get you a Malibu and soda and lime or something.
Yeah.
And walked up there and no Malibu. I said, oh, really? She said, yeah. When COVID came in, we sold our bar. Like we sold our back bar. We actually sold everything off and we were lucky to survive. So the owner of the restaurant was explaining to us what they went through and that her husband's actually had to go and seek work on the Sunshine Coast from Brisbane just to get work while the restaurant was closed. And they've reopened, and Friday night we were there was the first time they were allowed 50 people or up to 50 people in the restaurant. And they had a good number of people there.
There's probably maybe 30, 35.
Yeah, there might have been 30, 35
Yeah.
people there. But a very limited menu and they had very limited drinks available. So she said, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we only had 2 beers on tap. We've now got 4. But if you wanted the spirit, there was only a selection of like all your standard basics. That was it. And wine was limited because they sold everything off. And she was telling us what they went through and that they were really, really fortunate to even open again. And also, she shared with us that the government changed the law in Queensland to allow them to sell off their bar.
Yeah.
Like to actually sell their back bar to the public. So they were able to sell the bottles and get money for it, which obviously helped them out because you can imagine the amount of stock they would be carrying. So it was quite an interesting, quite a heartfelt story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Lee and I actually had like an entertainment guide voucher for that restaurant, or for that cafe, which is one of the reasons why we booked there. It was also close to where we were staying and it was casual catch up with my daughter. And we decided not to use it because, you know, it really would have impacted that business. And, you know, we just said, look, we don't want to use it. We don't want to use it, and we want to support the business, and we want to just pay them what they're doing. You know, they're doing it tough, and obviously trying to get their business back up and running. So that was really important.
Absolutely.
So anyway, all that aside, we had a great weekend.
We did.
And here we are, Tuesday evening, and talking about taking the high road. Well, it's a bit about taking the high road, isn't it?
It
that
is.
story.
It is.
Because what did we do? We decided not to access a voucher that we were quite entitled to. No, it wasn't a big deal. But it was something that we had available to us, and we didn't. We took the high road.
And we use that book because we like to try new places. So it's a good way to try new places.
Yep.
Because you can use a voucher and
that's Australia-wide.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So Patricia says, really feel for those small businesses. Must have been so hard to cope. And Deb Stewart says, lovely to see you both.
Thanks, Deb. Yeah, so it was quite an interesting experience. Just talking to the restaurant owners and what was going on. But I tell you what, Lee, the other thing about the weekend was that there was people everywhere.
It was busy.
It was busy. We may have done some shopping.
Maybe.
We bought quite a number of things.
Dresses?
I think you went, dresses. We had fun buying, well, you had fun buying dresses. Bought me some new shirts. Bought a new shirt for me to wear on my birthday.
You're not allowed to know it's your
Oh,
present.
no, the one that I'm wearing on my birthday for my party. So what else? We've got a new dinner set so we can entertain and formal
Dinner party
dining.
coming up.
So that's a new present for both of us for our birthdays.
Yep.
From your mums contributing to that. So we had a great time and just out and about enjoying ourselves. But lots of people out. Lots and lots of people. And
in saying that, when we were in Brisbane and we went down to the My Centre into the food court, that was a little bit sad.
Yeah, a lot of places closed, a lot not open.
Like more than half of them were gone, like closed up.
Well, she had the lady back at the restaurant where we went on Friday night had told us that a lot of the office buildings are still working remotely from home. So there's still less people around in the city, and most restaurants in the city sold off their back bars. We also know that a lot of the restaurants are still not open. We tried to book a number of restaurants and they were still closed. So, it's pretty tough, but lots of people out. It was good to see. Oh, there was lots of people marching. There was a march.
There was a march.
March for black rights.
There was thousands of people protest masks. What's the wording? They were protesting in a march.
In a march wearing masks.
Yeah, some of them were wearing masks. Yes.
All escorted by police, going down the street and complaining about racism in police.
So Leanne
I thought it was quite amusing though, because the two police officers at the back were of dark skin.
Yeah.
And the protesters were yelling out no racism in the police force. So I thought that was quite appropriate actually. I don't believe we have a huge racist problem here in Australia. I think we have, we're quite multicultural in the way that we live and the way that we, we integrate with society, and Australia's made up of people from all over the world, and that's one of the great things about our country. So
absolutely. Now, Jeff says, hi. Leanne says, is it your 39th, Simon?
Oh, most definitely. No.
You're Heath's favourite person now, Leanne. Absolutely.
No, it's actually a big one, Leanne.
50,
and it's not 40
baby.
either.
50.
It's 50.
Belinda,
Who would have thought? Who would think I'm 50 in a couple of weeks?
Who would have thought?
No one.
So Belinda said, not in Melbourne, as in, I think, restaurants she's talking about.
Yeah.
Bernie says, oh, the shopping. Well done. Yes, Bernie, you'd be very happy and impressed with my purchases. Belinda says, great opportunity to be promoting a home-based business in Melbourne.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, let's jump into our topic. So, taking the high road. We've touched on a couple of things where we've taken the high road, and we took the high road a few times when we were out.
Yeah.
We had to take the high road because there was no social distancing. And what do? You could get out there and say something. We walked past one travelator. We were on the going down travelator, and the going up travelator was chock-a-block.
Oh, it was packed.
Chock-a-block with people, and there was no social distancing going on whatsoever. And I just stood there and thought, what do you do? What, do you say something and go, I don't know.
Separate, people, separate.
So take the high road, mind your own business. That was the moral to that.
It depends.
Anyway, so taking the high road, what's it about? Sometimes your progress in life can feel a little bit slow. Mm-hmm. And it can feel like you're cruising without any real sense of progress going on. It's a bit like an aeroplane where you're cruising along at 30,000 feet above the ground, and it feels like you're going slow, but you're actually going super fast, right? Within the plane. But you don't realise that until you go to land and you hit the ground.
Yeah.
We don't hit
and
it.
You're slowing down.
You don't hit the ground, literally.
You don't hit the ground.
But you land.
Yeah.
And then you're going fast.
Yeah.
Right? So you realise, and then you realise where you've come from and where you've gone to, so you can actually measure your progress. Because while you're on a plane, really, there's no way of measuring your progress other than what?
Watching a little map.
Watching the map. I was going to say, what about looking out the window?
You can't tell looking out the window.
No, you can't.
You do look like you're not even hardly moving at all.
Do you remember when we were on that flight and we were flying, I think we were flying on, was it Singapore, or we were on, and there was another plane in the distance at the same, going at the same place as we were going. So we're on one plane. And there was another plane. Actually, we weren't on Singapore on that time. I think we're on AirAsia, were we?
I'm not sure.
Or something. We're on another. No, it was Scoot.
Oh, yeah.
We were on Scoot, and then out of the Gold Coast, and we're sitting at the front in the Scoot business, and over in the distance was the Singapore Airlines plane, and we could see it, and we were like flying in the same direction going to Singapore, and it was like, it's only then that you realise your progress. Because that plane was slowly pulling away.
Was it?
And we could see it in the distance, couldn't we? Mm. It was really interesting. Well, you couldn't see because
So were we winning
you
or
can't
were they
see
winning?
long distance.
Were they winning or were we winning?
They were winning.
Oh.
All right. So taking the high road, sometimes you feel like your progress is stalling and you're not getting anywhere, but it's not really. And how do you measure? How do you measure your progress? How do you feel like you're actually progressing in life, Lee?
Is that a trick question?
No, it's not a trick question. It's not a trick one. I'm not looking for a tricky answer. Because situations arise, right?
Okay.
Things arise. And what are some of the things that come to mind that make you aware of your progress?
Okay. Well, one would be how you respond.
How you respond. That's great. So if you're in a situation and something doesn't happen the way you want it to happen,
Yeah. You get angry and throw your lunchbox on the floor and take a tanty.
So you can measure your progress by how you respond.
Or you could just go, oh, okay, well, I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely moving in the right direction.
Okay. You can also check in on your emotional state. So how do you feel in that situation?
Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you happy?
Yeah, but all these things. So we've gone through this whole growth curve with all the topics we've spoken about over the last, 24 weeks or something. I think we're up to episode 24, 26, I don't know. So over all of these topics, we talk about managing your emotional state. We talk about how to respond. We talk about having an awareness around what's going on for us. We also talk about our reaction. How do we react or not react?
Yep.
We talk about our energy. How's our energy going into situations or circumstances? And it could be discussions, could be around people, could be around family, could be in a workplace environment, and also our mindset. We've spoken about our mindset. So all these things we've spoken about over the course of our topics here with our Facebook Lives.
Yep.
So how does somebody take the high road in that situation? How do they know they're taking the high road? By progress. Yeah?
Yep.
So we progress, we grow, but we have an awareness around it. And I think that's the key now, is that when you put yourself in situations, you've got to create your own awareness. Check in with yourself. How did I respond in that situation? How do I feel? What's my emotional state in that situation? Did I react or did I not react, or should I have reacted? How do I feel energetically? Am I feel comfortable? Do I feel nervous? Do I feel a bit anxious in that situation? Or am I controlling all that? So all of these things are about taking the high road. So we might go into situations, Lee, that put us into a really uncomfortable position. So how do you take the high road? Like, what do you do to take the high road? If you're in an uncomfortable situation, do you arc up and argue?
Probably not.
No. Well, that wouldn't be taking the high road, would it?
No.
So if you're confrontational, is that taking the high road?
No.
No, it's
Just
not.
taking the low road.
Yeah. So it is. It's you're either, you know this one. Come on, what are you playing above?
Above the line.
Or
Below the line.
right, or below the line. So you above the line or below the line in your state. So are
you want to be above the line if you're
taking the high road?
Taking the high road. Yeah.
Absolutely, you do. So you want to be above the line if you're taking the high road. And only having an awareness around all of this, you can see your progress. Yeah?
Yeah.
So if we check in with ourselves, we can really see our progress and how far we've come. And it gives us the ability to take the high road. Because you don't want to play below the line.
No.
What's below the line?
I'm trying not to talk because my throat's getting really itchy.
Grab a water. She's still trying to fight off this lurgy
Nodding.
cough thing. I told her maybe on the weekend she should wear a mask. Just joking.
I don't have corona.
No. All right. So what else? So when you're in these situations, Lee, one of the things that it really brings up is you can feel the difference in yourself.
Yeah.
Like as an individual, as a person, how you're taking the high road. And taking the high road is just taking a stand, really, isn't it? It's choosing to be the bigger person. What else? Choosing to be the better person. What else? What comes up for you?
I think my brain went with my throat.
All right,
actually can't think.
We think about two cars driving along. If and this happened the other week when I was racing my son when we were at, where were we?
Racing your son?
Yeah.
On the
motorbikes in the arcade. So we're on these motorbikes.
Not actually
no,
racing the bikes.
Was it the car?
So it was a game.
It was a game.
Not an actual bike.
No, it was a game. And we were at the arcade, and I think we were.
There were bikes.
No, it wasn't actually. It was. It was. We got home to the unit when we stayed with the kids in Broadbeach.
His switch.
And he pulled out his switch, and we put on a car game. And there was a road that went straight ahead, and then you could take the high road or the low road.
And you took the high road, didn't you?
Well, occasionally I'd try both. But I don't think I won taking the low road. In fact, he beat me every time.
Well, that's because
he's
plays
12.
the game all the time.
Exactly. He plays the game. I don't play the games. I didn't grow up with these games. I'm flat out trying to control the joysticks.
There's a couple comments
Oh, my
here.
goodness.
So Bernie says, Deb says, stay rational. Bernie says, stay in integrity, respond, not react.
Yep.
Zelda says, I like to check in with ourselves. Introspection is important.
Introspection, yep. Looking
Kelly
within
Adam
oneself.
says, howdy everyone. Oh no, Lee, get well. Bernie says, below line is blame, excuses, and more.
It is.
Leanne says, definitely you can feel that you react less in situations where you would have given into your ego. And Deb says, rising above, having awareness of the big picture.
Yeah, having awareness of the big picture. And of course,
Maureen's laughing.
You've got to remain safe and on course, right? So you've got to keep the course of where you're going. You've got to really have an awareness around what is going on for you in this moment, how are you showing up in the situation. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it is just about...
you need to check in with yourself
continually. Absolutely.
And check in with your future self to make sure you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, and why would we check in with our future self?
Because that's where we want to be and that's who we want to be.
Not our past
self, no. I don't want to be my past self. So I don't need to talk to her anymore.
No. Okay, so that's really about taking the high road. It's taking a stand, a moral stand, a compassionate stand, just a stand for yourself, and the way you show up, the way you present yourself. So take the high road and check in with yourself. Have an awareness around who you're being, and we talk about be, do, have often in what it is that we do through our company business plan calls, through just life in general. You know, you've got to be the person that you want to be before you can do what that person would do, and then before you can have what you would like to have. So you've got to be the person. So in all situations, be the person first. Take the high road, right? What was it the other day? We went to stories are good, aren't they? We went to Myers and we had some gift vouchers, and we went and bought new dining tablecloths. We bought a whole new dining suite the other week, whatever, a month ago, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, and we went and bought some new dining attire, placemats and tablecloths and whatever to fit it all and to look good. And we're at Myers and we used our vouchers, and I said to the woman, look, I think there's $30 on this voucher, and we had another one of $20 and another one of $50, and so she rang them up and I said, I'm pretty sure this one's got $30. Anyway, the lady didn't check the voucher, and then when I got the receipt and we got home, I looked at it, and there was still a $5 about $4.99 because it was $29.99 that she rang up, something. But there was $4.99 remaining on the gift card, and she never gave it back to me. Now, I could do a couple of things. I could ring up and complain.
Oh my God, it's $4
over the $5 that the lady didn't check. And I did say to her, look, I'm not sure, but I think there's $30 on this one. And if it was me, I guess if somebody gave me multiple gift cards, one of the things in a retail outlet you always is best to do is to check the balance after you've processed the gift card. Or at least give it back to the person and go, oh, there's, like, don't just keep it. So she kept it. I didn't get it.
That was her $4 tip.
That's right. I didn't get it. Now, I could have come home and rung Myers and said, hey, I was just in there and this is what happened. and there's still $4.99 on the card, and you know, I want a refund or I want my $4.99 back, but I didn't.
Well, that reminds me actually of the 7-Eleven. So the 7-Eleven app, we used to have money in there to use it for the petrol. And so I used my money, but it had 88 cents left, and they sent me a gift voucher for 88 cents.
That's right.
What am I going to do with that?
Won't even buy anything, really.
No,
Maybe.
nothing at all.
You can put it towards your next petrol.
So
anyway, I took the high road and decided it's not worth worrying about. And yep, could that person have had some better training around it? Yeah, possibly. Could it have been that it was just an honest mistake? Yes, possibly.
Yeah.
Could it have been that they were just busy and she didn't
notice.
check and didn't notice? Yes, possibly. So my response was take the high road, don't do anything about it. It's not worth worrying about. It's going to take me more time and more money than I care to invest in it to worry about it. So don't worry about it.
So there's a couple of messages here.
Find the high road.
Kelly says I should buy a chocolate. That's a good idea, Kelly.
Buy chocolate.
For the 88 cents.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you can find one for 88 cents.
Sally says feed the mind with gratitude, positivity while making sure you stay on track and the high road. Use the speed bumps as a game, 100 points for each bump. Knock them off and pocket the points. Win, 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 I say.
Now that could be a game. You're just inventing a game here. Like that could be something quite entrepreneurial.
And Dev Stewart says, Leanne, get well soon. Totally recommend lots of rest and juicing lemons, ginger, orange 4 times a day over the next 2 days. I don't like ginger.
She doesn't like ginger. She doesn't like hot drinks.
But good idea, thanks, Dev.
But
So I'm
good
going to probably
idea,
do
Dev.
that. And Nick says 7-Eleven Krispy Kreme donut.
Oh, really? Not for 88
And
cents.
Kelly Adams says for the $4, LOL. She meant the chocolate with the $4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Not my 88 cents.
Anyway, so, you know, there's plenty of situations in our life that we can take the high road.
Yep.
And choose to take the high road. And when you're aware of it, it's quite interesting because, you know, be selective with your choices. Mm-hmm. So be selective with the situations you're in and how you react, and always take the high road. You know, respond in a positive way and come from love.
Yes.
Anything else?
That's about it, I think.
That's about it. You just got a pop-up saying, I'm so happy and grateful for being a self-made millionaire this year. That just came up on Lee's phone. No, let's share that.
That's my reminder.
I'm so happy and grateful
It
of being a
comes up every
self-made
hour.
millionaire this year. I know, but I read it. Do you read it?
Yeah.
Or do you just dismiss it?
I can read it.
All right. Well, you've got to take the high road, right? You've got to make sure you read these pop-ups. All right. Well, on that note, we are happy and grateful for being self-made millionaires this year. And we're going to put that out there. And we're going to be off.
We are.
We are. And what's coming up?
What's
coming up?
Nothing.
Nothing. We got a busy weekend.
Yes, we've got a
Yeah,
busy
we've got a busy week.
Yes.
We've got
Yes,
we've
yes.
got lots on. We've got re-recording of a business plan of a business.
Oh, we
Oh, we've got a
have,
business
yes.
plan tomorrow night.
Yep.
We've got re-recording on Thursday of our
presentation.
business presentation, our company one.
Yep.
So we're doing that Thursday.
And then we have the kiddies for
Got
the
the
weekend.
kids for the weekend, so looking forward to that. And we'll be back next week, same time on Tuesday evening at 7:30, live on Facebook and Instagram. So be sure to join us. Thanks for joining us over there on Instagram and participating. Count to 10, Maureen said, obviously in those situations. Thanks, Maureen. And for those of you that have joined us, again, a big thanks.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you here next week. We'll have a great new topic because we're moving into a whole new series of topics, part of our series in decision.
Ooh.
So we've done departure.
We have
Now we're going to be
departed.
talking about decisions. So join us next week.
All right.
And
sounds
we'll have a
good.
great new topic and keep an eye out for what that is.
All right. I have no idea, but let's go. See you guys.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.